how do I redo and rethink my job with AI and with technology kind of as the foundation?
First thing we're working with clients is you got to find things that go at scale. Trying to find this in small itty bitty pieces is going to be challenging, right? So you're trying to look at your major processes that require lots of handoffs between technology and people. Fundamentally, it's one of those things of where do you have in an organization that's got 20,000 people, where do you have 4,000 and 5,000 people in a workflow versus 1,000 people? The next thing you're fundamentally doing is you're thinking about the jobs that make up all of that work that will go on. And then you're starting to break those jobs down into what are the tasks that need to be done and what are the skills that are there that are needed to make up those tasks. So these are all things that are like, there's government databases like ONET and stuff like that that you could use for part of this type project. This is type of work that we would do with clients, right? It's, you know, we've got rubrics and architectures around what are the skills and competencies that go into all the different jobs. So you start to think about it from that perspective and break it down. And then you try and find ways to where you have jobs and tasks and skills that work together. And you find out which tasks are going to come out with automation. And then you start to logically work through and rebuild the jobs. Fundamentally, it comes down to then. You're like, okay, how do I combine these back together? How do they work in the process to where I could rebuild these back up? Because they will eventually go back to being a job.
Yeah.
It'll be a different number of jobs than you had before. It'll be a different construct than you had before. And then you need to think about what are the skills for those jobs? Did it change how many I need? Did it change where I need them? Does it change where I attract them from? Does it change how I develop them? Like, can I grow people to do this job, or am I only going to buy people to do this job? Is there a feeder pool, or is this the entry level? Because now it's down to task level. How does it change how I pay the rewards for the job? Do I pay it differently? Is it a more valuable job? It might be a more valuable job than it was before because all the lower tasks got automated, and now you have fewer people, but they're actually only doing the high value task. And you might have to think about how that job gets paid differently.